friends.
Okay, we back. We got a special super chill Saturday for you today. I haven't set a counter. Hold on. Yeah.
Do you want to start over?
No. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So welcome back, y'all. It's your boy Easy Reg back in the mix, but this time I have a guest in the studio. It's my girlfriend.
Hi.
Adriana. We're just kind of. I got lonely. Is really what I'm trying to say here.
Which is funny because anytime he records, I'm literally just in the other room.
Yeah. But I mean, yes, but I only had a headset, but now we actually have a microphone. So shouts out to Rode and Sweetwater for allowing us to buy their equipment off of their website. Because, you know, in this very unprecedented time, you know, it's hard that some of these companies really need to make $1. And so we're glad that we were able to help them out and them help us out and all that stuff. Is the music even... The music's playing. It's just on the console. Okay. You know what? I'm good to just start. So Okay. I didn't know if you needed like any pausing. Oh, we're playing Nuketown. No, I will not be playing Transit for those of you who know that Transit is on this game. Sorry, that's just not happening. I despise that map with a fiery passion.
That means nothing to me.
I know it means nothing to you. I'm talking about the viewers, gamer. The viewers.
Yes, the gamers.
Yeah, the gamers that exist. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm still getting used to that this is... yeah.
Yeah, because you haven't played this in a while, right?
No. And it's completely different to...
I feel like this is the one my brother had when I was growing up.
Might have been.
How old is it? Like 2011, whatever?
Okay, it had to be during the Obama era. What?
That is 2011 is the Obama era, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. But like, I'm saying like 2008 to like 2012. Oh fuck.
Well, that tracks because that's when he started playing. Oh my god! Look, did you see his little feeties?
Yeah.
You died so fast.
All right. So, I want no judgment, all right? Like, no judgment.
This is the first time he's turned the console on today. Usually he does a little warm-up, and he was going to, but then the cat was like, I'm gonna attack your water.
Yeah, it's tragic how, like, that all happens.
It really was.
Oh my god, the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
I
like,
didn't realize.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I boiled it and then was like...
He's talking about his coffee.
Yeah. So, you know.
Very...
But it's not like... It's not just like coffee. It's not like, you know...
It's hot cocoa and coffee put together. It's a nice blend.
Yeah, but I'm more talking about the...
I didn't
the
cup
boil
itself.
it. Yeah, right? Like, I didn't boil it. I didn't want to make it seem like, oh, you just boiled it. No. Like, I'm more of...
It was made a while ago, too. That's why it's so weird that it's, like, still... Well, not so weird, but, like, that it's still, like, piping hot.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's the beauty of this mug. That's why I haven't gotten rid of it yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So, today's goal is to kill one zombie at least. Done.
Hey, you did it! Yay!
I'm proud of myself, to be honest. You gotta love it. Oh, How? You were right... Okay, there we go. I fixed it. We're supposed to be talking about some stuff, right?
Well, it's been like 4 minutes.
Yeah, but like also...
Okay, well...
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, usually when you're playing and then and we start talking, I just kind of start talking at you.
Yeah.
But this is your channel, so I don't want to just be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to talk about like my favorite show and I'm just going to have you listen.
Literally, that is okay.
You do not want me talking about...
I don't want you talking about Riverdale. But like...
It's okay. I wasn't going to say that because it's not my favorite show, but it's a show that drives me the most
insane. But it is
insane.
Something that you would be talking about.
It drives me the most insane. I go all like... What character from It's Always Sunny? Is it the one with the murder board?
Oh, Charlie?
Right.
Charlie Kelly with the
I'm not gonna go all Charlie with the frickin' murder board on Riverdale like today.
Now,
not exactly.
Jesus.
Fucking trash bag killer. Please. Anyway,
Yeah, don't talk about Riverdale. I'm sorry. Literally, you could talk about Glee first, and then I'd be like, yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm just like, no.
We were talking about the Obama administration.
Oh, I was talking about when this game came out.
Yeah.
I think it's 2010.
Yeah, because I actually do remember this particular map.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, because so
oh fuck, hello.
My brother, I have many brothers, some of who actually watch this channel. Hi. But the eldest of all of them, because I'm the oldest, he used to play Call of Duty with my dad when we were younger, and I know for a fact this was one of the maps that he played. I don't know if he played it. Is this available on the other? Because I know Zombies is like a mode on the game that you can play, but it's not just the game. There's like an actual story to it.
Yeah. Yes.
So I don't know if he played it with on Zombies or just like regular.
I need to get that. Fuck. Okay. Shit. Sorry. No, I'm like thinking out loud. No. I mean like.
But I know that he played this because I recognize like the bus and like that it's like it reminds me of like Age of Ultron and like when the like Sokovia, like when the city's just like on.
Oh, on the rock?
On the rock, yeah. Like, just floating.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's just, like, it's just this little block. Frick. And then if you, like, walk off the edge. Fricked.
Oh. Excuse me as I, literally.
But I recognize
this bus here?
The bus, and then, like, the sign that's on the other side. That sign, yeah.
It sucks because the usual game that I'm used to playing, you can get hit 3 times before you're down. In this one, it's 2. So, like, that's why I was like, hey, I need to practice.
And then you didn't.
Well, then you were like, no, it's fine. It's fine. And I'm
no, I said no, it's fine because I didn't want you to wait on me.
I need that. I'm going to reload this. Okay. Wow, I'm actually impressed that, like,
you haven't died again?
Hello? Don't call me out like this.
Maybe your channel, but...
I will not stand for this slander on my fucking channel. It's like fucking coming on to like Larry King's show and like telling him like, so what's up with your fucking...
He just died.
I know. Sorry, that is...
Like, he just died.
I couldn't think of anyone else, and...
it's like going on to Colbert's show and then being like, so what's up with you liking Lord of the Rings? It's just a fucking nerdy thing to do.
Exactly.
But like, he's proud of it.
Or like... Like,
he speaks the...
Yeah, or like going up to Hassan Minhaj and like telling him, hey, so what's up with your fucking name? Like...
Oh my God, Reggie!
It's awful. Like, it's just like, hello? Don't you fucking do that to me.
Oh my God.
So...
I'm very sad that show got canceled.
Awful.
Because it was really good. It was one of my favorite shows. And also, I'm pretty sure he was like, I mean, Netflix didn't have like a good quote unquote late night roster because it like that show came out Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
But it's you know.
I don't know.
But he was one of their like leads of color, I guess. That was like actually not on a scripted show.
I'm actually gonna turn this down just a little bit because it's actually pretty loud.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about that.
Okay. There we go. Who knew that gunshots were loud?
I don't know. Everybody?
Yeah, right.
Children in war-torn countries. Children in the U.S.
Fuck.
Sorry, I know you wanted to keep it light. I was just like,
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I'm the one who's taking it too far.
No, you're not.
You were literally just like, hey, he just died, and then you're like, hey, let's fucking
let's talk about school shootings in the U.S.
Yeah, let's not.
Let's not.
Yeah, let's just dodge that topic. Anyway, what we're trying to do is what I wanted to do because I made things like really heavy like the past couple of episodes, and I wanted this to just be like a little lighter, right? Like, I'm not saying we have to fucking, you know, talk about sunshine roses and how, like, jelly beans come out of my asshole, but, like, you know what I mean? I'm more talking about, like...
Oh my god.
I'm more talking about, like, hey, everybody knows shit's fucked, but, like, let's just enjoy our time here. You know?
It just feels like,
Let's just get goofy. Let's go crazy.
You know what we could do? We could talk about, we could talk about The Bachelor.
Oh, God. All right. So my girlfriend and I have gotten into The Bachelor.
Okay.
Right?
It's not that we've gotten... Okay. I want to give the context to that. I want to give the context to this.
Okay.
I like for us to have a show that we can just sit down and, like, watch together.
As a joke, I reference...
No. And we started with Blackish, right?
Yes.
But then at the end of, like, last spring, we basically ran out of episodes.
Yeah.
And then
they gotta make more.
Well, yeah.
I'm not trying to like talk shit about you.
No, I don't. And then we basically caught up with, like, what had been aired on TV. And then we started watching Kitchen Nightmares, which is the oh my god. It's the, I was going to say, every single time I'm thinking of Gordon Ramsay, I start saying Dave Ramsey. And they're two very different people.
Yeah, they're experts, but
in completely different fields, though.
Exactly.
It's the Gordon Ramsay show where he basically walks into a restaurant that is, like, not doing so well, and, like, observes and gives recommendations and redecorates and whatever.
This gun is
and
ass. No, give me better.
Oh my god! And when they
this gun is also ass.
And when the show kind of, like, in the first few seasons, it's really just, like, the food is not good because either the person, like, the chef who's cooking it is inexperienced or is unwilling to change with the trends, or, you know, they've just been hemorrhaging money or whatever. And then in the later seasons, it becomes a lot more about, like
drama.
Like, the drama and, like, employees fighting with each other, families, like, in fights. And it just becomes, and it just is, like, it wasn't as fun to watch.
Nope.
But we finished it, and then and there wasn't really anything else that we were watching together. And then a new season of The Bachelor was starting, and I was like, well, why don't we do that? Because it's still reality TV. We're not going to get, like, too invested in a storyline because it's, like, we don't care, but it'll be fun to, like, sit and watch people do, like, ridiculous things, because objectively, to me at least, the premise of The Bachelor is ridiculous. It's one person. For The Bachelor, it's one man, presented with 25 women, taking them on group dates or on one-on-one dates, and then at the end of it, even though he's only known these women for maximum 9 or 10 weeks, he's got to propose to one of them.
Yep.
Like, that's how this show works. And I was sitting here like, I know it's a very successful franchise because they also have The Bachelorette and they have The Bachelor in Paradise, and I think they had, like, another show that I don't know.
Yeah, the Bachelor World Tour. Like, I don't know. They have, like, different spoofs now. Like,
yeah,
you know
but I had heard that it was, like, it was about to be season 25 was about to start. So I was like, how has this been going on for so long? So we sat down.
Been asking, right? Like,
so we sat down.
Has this been going on?
So we sat down and we watched the first episode of this newest season. And immediately got invested. Like, I was sitting there, like, already had... There were, like, 30-something... Well, I think there were 30 girls or 32... It was a very large...
It was like 30, 31 or something like that.
Yeah, it was...
Like,
it was like,
absurd.
Yeah, like, from the get-go, it was a ridiculously large amount of women.
Yes. And we were all like... Hello, what?
You're being sent home because you didn't get a chance to, like, talk to this man.
No.
Like, don't feel bad for yourself. You looked good on TV for the 2 seconds that you were on.
Jesus. Crouch, you fucking freak.
But, like, we watched the first episode, and I had already picked favorites. I was like, I love this girl. I love this girl. This one's Puerto Rican, so like I've already got a soft spot in my heart for her.
Yeah, there were a lot of.
There was one Puerto Rican, and then they brought in like another one.
Okay.
And then they both got sent home the same night.
Were two.
No. So they brought in Mari.
Right.
And she was there from night one.
I thought Jasenia was Puerto Rican too.
She might be, but she's from Texas. I'm pretty sure. Somewhere in Texas.
Okay, that's fair.
So, yeah.
Sorry, I'm not trying to like.
No, you're good.
I'm not trying to set like, I don't know, Puerto Ricans versus.
No, there's no.
US Ricans or whatever.
No, I mean, I think Mari was from another like part of the U.S.
Yeah.
But she specifically talked about like her family being from Puerto Rico, and he asked her, like that was their first conversation. He asked her about like her family and the hurricane, and then Katie came in with like the vibrator and just like tapped her on the shoulder, and I was like, that's disrespectful. Fast forward 5 weeks, and I'm like, Katie, well, it was.
It's weird, like. I mean, if somebody touched you with a vibrating
on the shoulder.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, what?
But at the same time, I really was just like, that's, like, I know Katie's a fan favorite, but, like, that's disrespectful. And it was. But now,
I mean,
hey, I'm pretty sure she cleaned it before she brought it in.
I bet she did, but, like.
I hope she did.
Hello? Like. If somebody touched me on the shoulder with a fucking vibrator, I'd be like, hey, what?
I mean, she was. Mari did say, like, hey, what?
Yeah. Oh, fucking Ooh.
But,
oh, this is not great. Okay. It's fine. I got time. Oh my god.
You got time? Oh my god.
Y'all, I got time.
Okay, are you sure that if you don't keep walking, you're eventually gonna fall off?
Huh? I'm gonna fall off anywhere.
Okay.
What do you mean?
It just looks like there's like nowhere else to go.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. No, I'm good.
Good, Chief?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just... Holy shit. They just keep spawning. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So we've gotten invested, but at the same time, I don't think this was the best season for anybody to start watching with. Because... they have, because like Matt James is indeed the first Black Bachelor, but he has the person, or at least from what we're shown on TV, because I don't want to slander someone in their like real life.
I mean, it's fine. We're not getting paid by the fucking Bachelor to talk about Matt James anyway, so like.
Yeah.
But
it's
hey,
not like he's ever going to see this.
But hey, if you want us to talk great about your Bachelor, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Looking at you specifically, Bachelor. Hey, Chris Harrison, if you want to like throw us money, I'm just saying. You got enough money to take like people on these luxurious vacations, like outside of quarantine. I think you can chuck like, I don't know, a couple $100 my way.
I mean, he's in some hot water right now. But anyway.
Aren't we all in hot water?
I guess.
Fuck.
Oh my god. But basically, I think from what we are shown on TV, Matt James has the personality of an unboiled carrot stick.
Wow. Jesus.
Tell me I'm wrong, Reggie.
You're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong at all.
Like, in every single one of these dates, all of these women are, like, revealing their trauma and pouring their hearts out.
But only at his request.
At his request. At his request, too.
That's my favorite.
Because, like, he started the season with a prayer and then saying, like, I want... like, it's hard for me to be vulnerable, so I want everyone to be really, really vulnerable with me, and so I will try to be vulnerable in return. And then, like, some of these women, most of them really, because they want to, like, leave an impression on him, are, like, revealing their trauma, revealing why, like, specific parts of their lives they've really struggled with, stuff like that. And then he'll just be like, damn, that's rough, Chief. Anyway, want to make out? And tell me that's not what happens.
We are leaving it all on the recording, and I'm here for it. I'm not gonna lie.
These are the conversations that we have.
These are the exact.
Like, as we're watching the episodes, it's literally like
opening up this map, and literally setting myself up to die.
Because it's funny.
Is it?
To me.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Because I know that you do really well on other maps, and I know that you can play this game really well. So to watch you fail is like, oh no.
Oh.
Because you also rage quit sometimes, or you just get in these like.
Maybe twice.
Because you get really upset when you die. Not really upset, but you're just like, I need a moment.
At least I'll
Which
say,
is
like,
fair.
I need a moment. Like, I could be worse and be like, I don't know, shouting slurs or whatever. Thank
Or
God.
like breaking the TV, punching a hole through the wall.
Exactly.
Like, for no reason.
Also, let's keep in mind that 2021 is a year for no more slurs. So, if anyone out there is thinking about, you know what, I might like start like incorporating slurs in my vocabulary. I just want you to know,
Don't.
from the deepest part of my heart, do not.
Don't. It's dumb. That's dumb.
Slurs are bad, kids. Okay.
Slurs are bad. Don't say them. You'll get hashtag canceled by the left.
Which is good.
It's not being canceled. It's being held accountable for your actions.
Oh my God. Do we want to talk about that?
I
do
really don't want to, because like I've had this conversation so many times.
Oh, that's fine.
And like,
I'm just saying.
and like conservatives and people, okay. The thing that really, I'm going to start talking about it, and I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
The thing that annoys me the most is that like when it was just on the internet, when like the people that were getting hashtag canceled were like just internet personalities or were celebrities that were like big on the internet, it didn't matter. No. Because like these people still have like thinking of like examples that would that would actually like, I don't know, but like when internet personalities.
Okay, there's a line of them. You ready?
Oh God.
Right. Stop. Sorry, keep talking about cancel culture. Not like, because every time I say cancel culture, I think like it brings that stigma that like cancel culture is bad. And
well, that's the thing. Is like when people were getting canceled, most of the time it was getting to a ridiculous degree, because it's like, to me it was just like, all right, well, so and so is canceled because they said a racial slur, or because they engaged in some predatory behavior, or because they like did something bad, so I'm just like not gonna engage with this person anymore.
Exactly.
And I'm just like not gonna follow them, not gonna watch their videos, not gonna listen to their music, not gonna like, I'm just gonna ignore them, because like to me they did something bad, and they like I don't care about them anymore either way. But people kind of took it too far in some ways, and like some people have kind of talked about it.
I love you. Come here.
Yeah.
I needed that. So,
tell me what that is, because I have no idea.
Sure. So,
is that like the
what double tap? Okay, so there are different perks around the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with this map specifically, they give you like, so with this map specifically, they spawn, like they come down in different rounds. Like they'll pop out through there, and then like they'll fall on the ground and leave this big explosion. But afterwards, there'll be a perk machine. This specific perk machine allows your bullets to, I believe, do twice the damage that they would usually do.
Dang.
Which is very nice.
That's nice.
This one gives you like, it's pretty much like it makes you stronger, and instead of like being down to 2 hits, you get down to 5. Hopefully that ambulance isn't like in the background. Quick revive. Pretty much in first player, like if you get downed, it'll allow you to like kind of self-revive.
Cool.
And hop back in the game. Yeah, that ambulance is gonna be straight up in this video.
So sorry.
Oh, it's fine. They know about the ambulance. They know about the ambulance.
I feel like if I laugh through it, maybe it'll mask it.
No, it won't.
I have a loud laugh, Reggie.
I have a loud voice, and Speed Cola allows you to reload your gun faster.
Cool. Okay.
So we're done. That's it. Cool. And then there's one more that I don't think is dropped yet. But it allows you to like strengthen your weapons, so it becomes like a really cool like designed weapon. But I don't think it's dropped yet, so I don't really see it.
Okay.
Yet. But hopefully if I play
I'll
well
see
enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Or not. Who knows?
We'll see.
Fine. Yeah,
we'll
see. Figure it out. That's fine.
Yeah. Do you want me to keep still talking about?
Oh yeah, keep talking about the thing.
Culture.
And I'll try to like chime in as much as I can. I'm sorry. I'm not like trying to be like.
No, I asked you.
No, it's more of like, I don't want people to be like, oh, you just brought her on so you don't have to talk anymore. Like, no, I'm just very focused. Because if I take away my attention at any point in time, oh, fuck. Okay.
You're gonna die.
Yeah. Gamers. Holy shit. I'm glad that went as well as it did, because that was dangerous. This is dangerous. Okay.
So the problem, I guess, was when like some people took it too far, and I think there was like a documentary that I watched where, or maybe it was a video, I don't know, where somebody who was quote unquote like canceled talked about how it wasn't just that people were holding them accountable for their actions, it was that they were adding like accusations onto what they had done, and they were also like reveling in like in the glee or in the joy of this person finally like quote unquote like getting what they deserve and like getting canceled or whatever. And so and it's and like one of the primest examples of someone who was like publicly canceled and like went away and people still hate them and people like kind of reveled in the public sort of downfall of this person is Taylor Swift in 2016. And I'm sorry to bring her up because but like it really was a thing where she went away for a freaking year, came back with an album, and then people made fun of the album, even as the album was...
It was pretty heavy. Oh, fuck.
The album broke records that hadn't been broken since she had previously broken the records 3 years before. Yeah. Anyway, but it was also, like, it only had 3 songs that were actually, like, pertaining to, like, the situation, and everything else was about, like, a completely different story. But people were just like, oh, she's being so edgy and whatever. And it's like,
I would be too.
I mean, yeah, and so did I, like, when it came out. But, like, I listened to the album and it just was, sonically, it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Yeah. So I just left it alone. But there were people who just didn't listen to the album, didn't care to do anything. They just wanted to make fun of Taylor Swift.
Well, yeah.
But that has evolved into conservatives and right-wing people and people. I don't want to say conservatives, I guess, because some conservatives are literally just politically conservative, and that's kind of it. They don't anyway, but like right-wing nut enthusiasts, conspiracy theorists, enthusiasts, people like that.
What kind of nuts do you think they're really into? Like coconuts, cashews.
Coconuts?
Yeah, coconuts, you know. Well, you said they're nut enthusiasts, so like what kind of nuts are they into? I'm just asking, like, are you thinking like peanuts, almonds?
They're into macadamia nuts. Because macadamias are white, right?
I see where your head is going, and I like it. Oh, I shouldn't have killed that last zombie. I should have gotten a new gun. Fuck. I'm the killer, and I'm running quick.
Ooh. But like the most recent example is like, I just really hate that right now with this. Oh my god, I'm gonna get heavy, and I'm so sorry. No, with this impeachment trial,
literally, if you don't want to, it's okay. But if
no, I'll just talk about this, and then we can go back to like talking about stuff that doesn't matter.
Oh, this is ass. This is not good, gamers. Okay. Also, that quick revive perk, if you use it too many times, it'll disappear. And it is disappearing.
Oh no.
So, fuck me, I suppose.
Oh god. I just really hate that, like, cancel culture is a word that is now on the record for, like, an impeachment trial.
Jesus. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because he's
like,
been impeached.
They think, oh, well...
It's like, we're not trying to cancel the president. He still has, like... I mean, not the president, sorry. The former president. Nobody's trying to cancel Joe Biden, and if they are, I mean, they're not succeeding.
I heard people are trying to cancel Joe Biden.
I mean, they are. Didn't one of these new freshman representatives she posted on Twitter, I have just submitted articles of impeachment for Joe Biden on January 21st, and we all sat there he has to have committed an impeachable offense in order to be impeached, right? You know that, right? Or do you not know anything at all? Because at that time when she posted that and when she submitted those articles of impeachment, she was still on the record saying that Parkland didn't happen, Sandy Hook didn't happen, and 9/11 was a hoax.
Wow, I didn't know Ronda Rousey was a fucking senator or representative.
I don't know anything about Ronda Rousey, but
okay. Ronda Rousey is an MMA fighter. Right?
Yeah, turned actress at some point.
Turned voice actress, turned actress. She publicly denied Sandy Hook. Yep. Publicly denied it. And I don't even want to hear any support being oh, well, she didn't actually deny it, because she did. It's on record. It's all there. You see, friends, because the internet, mistakes are forever. And an elephant never forgets. Oh, there's Pack-a-Punch. Oh, fuck. No. I hate this game so much. I hate it with a fiery passion. I abhor, I detest. We're fucked. We're done.
No.
Alright, we're gonna have to get through this without Jug. Actually, that's a lie. I mean, I can get... Okay.
Hey!
Alright, we got some breathing room.
Yay!
It's a nuke, which eliminates all of the zombies currently in the map.
What?
Yep.
That's amazing.
They
get to
it's currently in the map. You know what I mean? But if they're still spawning in, for example, this fella, I got stuck on a bush. I don't even know what that gun was.
We would like a moment of silence.
Yeah, rip my life, right?
Literally. I mean, not this life, but the one on the screen.
Yeah. No.
So I really hate that the word's cancel. Nobody's trying to cancel. I mean, I wish we could. I wish we could expel him from the public and never have to talk about him again. I wish. But that is not what's happening. He's being held accountable for his actions.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the same thing with this one actress. It's funny. She's also an MMA fighter, or she was an MMA fighter turned into a TV personality and then an actress. She is most known for playing one of the characters on The Mandalorian. And she, I think since November or December, was putting out some really some really inflammatory tweets towards the general public about the election and about basically being anti-masker, COVID denier. Oh, sorry, sickness denier. You started calling it the sickness.
Oh, okay. Literally, I thought you said that she just was denying people can get sick, and I was like,
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't think she said that, but it would not surprise me. And the kicker was when she started saying, it started, I think, with someone asked her if she could put her pronouns on her Twitter bio, and she started making fun of people who use pronouns and people who share their pronouns, because you can't assume people's pronouns, you can't assume people's gender identity, and it's really shitty that you think that you can make fun of that, because that's just messed up.
No.
And it tells you what kind of person somebody is. Anyway, and it started from there, and then she started posting conspiracy theories, stuff about the elections, anti-COVID and anti-masker stuff. And then the kicker came when she said something to the effect of basically comparing the Holocaust to being a conservative on Twitter. moment of silence for that.
Yeah, which is
Which-
fucking dumb.
Which is really problematic
Like,
and
it's
like
just-
really and I hate to use the word problematic because it has basically become a joke at this point, but it is problematic to say that anything, in my opinion, to say that anything is like the Holocaust.
Yeah. It
because
shows that you don't take the Holocaust seriously.
And it
'Cause,
feeds
like-
into this like Holocaust deniism that especially exists in a lot of
You're just
more QAnon circles, because by you saying something is like the Holocaust, you're minimizing what happened,
Yeah.
and that's just not really okay.
Yeah.
It was anyway.
It's dangerous, and like that idealism is just
That's just not.
dumb.
And so eventually this came to a head when this past week, Lucasfilm announced that she had been fired from The Mandalorian, from the show. So she will not appear in the 3rd season of the show. And she, furthermore, they had announced back for their, I think it's like their investor week, where they announce like all of their upcoming projects and like reveal footage if they have it and stuff like that. There is a show called The Bad Batch, which is going to exist within like the Star Wars universe, that was going to include basically all of the badass female characters, like minor female characters that exist, including like the character that Ming-Na Wen played and like a bunch of other characters. I'm not super into Star Wars, so like I'm sorry if I got any of that wrong. I was just like watching from the sidelines and getting excited for my friends who really like Star Wars.
I thought that maybe I'm wrong about this, but I guess I thought that the Bad Batch referred to a like a group of clones who like they were pretty much like I guess like they were a group of clones that kind of like, you know, ran those like quote unquote suicide missions because like they just had the ability to do that. But maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know.
That's what I thought it was, or at least that's how badass it sounds in my head.
Right?
You know what I mean? Because like the name The Bad Batch is just like, oh.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that the Bad Batch has to do some way, shape, or form with clones.
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that there were also supposed to be like a lot of the female characters that had gotten some scenes or some episodes in their current stuff were going to be featured a lot more heavily in this new show.
Dope.
And so Lucasfilm basically also said like she is not going to be in the 3rd season of The Mandalorian, nor are there any plans to include her in any other like upcoming Star Wars properties or projects.
Yep.
So she has been fired.
Yeah.
And she has been fired for abhorrent behavior and abhorrent like statements.
It's almost like your actions mean something.
It's almost like that's what it means. Like that's what at-will employment means. Like if I had walked into I got a new job a couple of months ago, and if I had walked in there into this like law firm and said, oh, like the election was stolen, the Holocaust wasn't real, I'm not going to wear a mask, I think people who wear masks are sheep, I would have been fired on the spot. And you know what? It wouldn't have been the firm's fault. It would have been my fault.
I don't know if you would have been fired. Maybe, actually, I don't know that.
I would have been fired for saying you're stupid for wearing a mask and I'm not going to wear one because
yes.
I'm working in an office.
Good point. I was more just like, you'd probably get a stern talking to from HR and be like, hey, you cannot wear that. That cannot be part of your uniform. Don't wear that again. At least not here. You know what I mean?
I guess, but I also made that comparison with one of like the women one of the people who had just gotten elected to, I don't know if it was Congress or if it was the Senate, that had like also had a Facebook post from like a year or two ago where she was like talking about how Nancy Pelosi should be executed. If you walked into your job and then like they found like on your first day and then like they found that you said that like one of your bosses should be executed.
Yeah.
You should probably be fired.
Yeah.
You're not fit to serve.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what at-will employment means. If you are no longer advantageous you're not entitled to a job. You're not entitled to that. There have been people on other TV shows and movies who've been fired for a lot less.
Yep.
Like, you're not getting hashtag canceled. You still have your Twitter platform. Like, Twitter didn't close your account. You still have access to,
not
like...
yet, Henny. Tongue pop.
You're not canceled. And then, all of these conservative people were then making her a martyr.
Yeah, I think Ben Shapiro said something about being like, oh, we're gonna get a show for you, and it's like, what?
I saw a tweet also that said that it was really funny that Ben Shapiro is the person who was like, I'm gonna make a movie with you starring in it, because he only started getting into like right-wing commentary stuff because he's a failed screenwriter.
Huh? Wait, shut the fuck up. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And also, and underneath...
Are we bullying right now?
Is it bullying if they have a bigger platform than we do? I mean, technically, yes. Okay, we're not going to get into that. But also, is it bullying if it's not incorrect? All right, I don't want to get into this. Anyway, is it bullying if they're objectively bad people spreading, like, information that is harmful?
Good question. There's the real $1 million question right there.
If we could answer it and get $1 million, that'd be great.
Yeah, or 1 million subscribers. I'm not trying to give you pressure or anything. I'm just saying, y'all, like, this is the content.
This is the content.
Yeah.
I just thought it was, and then the other one was, it was actually like bullying her and bullying her acting.
Which, like, that sucks. Like,
but at the same time, that's on the same level of, like, that one tweet I read to you about, who was it? Oh, it was about John Boyega and this one person who was like, yeah, I want more black people in sci-fi movies. I think that's what the world needs right now. However, can someone please tell John Boyega he can't act? And I was like, have you seen a movie with him?
What other movie has John Boyega acted in that's a sci-fi movie?
Pacific Rim.
Oh, fuck. I forgot. Well, okay.
He was in the second one. I didn't see them, but I know he was in it.
Yeah.
And also, in 2011, I watched this with one of my English classes.
Uh-huh.
The one that was like it wasn't a study abroad class, but it was like a travel learning class.
Uh-huh.
It's called Attack the Block, where he basically, I think he's the lead or he's one of the leads, where basically they're just like a street gang in like a certain part of London.
Okay.
And then like aliens attack and like they have to fight off the aliens to get someone out of like the apartment building who's their like friend or whatever. And I walked into, and we watched it, and I walked into class, and there was like one scene in this movie where he's basically like hanging off of one hand off a balcony, and like the monster or the alien is like attacking him. And I walked into class and I was like, how were they? And he lives. But I literally walked into class and I said to the professor, how were they gonna let John Boyega die? Like, they really put like the tension there. And I really sat there like, how are they just gonna make me? And she just stopped me and she was like, he wasn't John Boyega then. And I was like, okay, yeah, we're watching this in 2017. This movie was made in 2011. I understand.
Yeah.
He wasn't John Boyega.
Honestly,
like, I mean, he was always John Boyega, but you know what I mean.
Honestly, also, like, if I were in a movie, and, like, sure, even if I were a popular name, if, like, the narrative called for me to die, like, I'd be like, cool, all right.
I mean, yeah.
I'd be like, cool. I'm not like, oh, I don't want to be written out. Like, it's more just like, honestly, I'm a person who's kind of like, if it's for the narrative, it's for the narrative.
That just reminds me, like,
and I say that very hesitantly because, like, people write some fucked up shit.
That just reminds me, like, inversely of every interview that Mark Hamill did for, like, all of these newer Star Wars films where he was like, yeah, sure, I'll say yeah, because there's no way Harrison's gonna say yes. And then the only reason Harrison Ford said yes was because they were gonna kill him in that first movie. Nice. And then Mark Hamill got stuck. He was like, yeah, I said yes, and now I'm stuck here. and he's gone.
God. I'm here, he's dead, and I'm just sad now.
Basically. And they're making me say weird shit. And they're making me drink, like, green milk.
They make him drink green milk?
Did you not watch The Last Jedi?
No, I did. I don't
He,
remember
like,
the
milks,
green milk
he,
thing.
like, milks this, like, animal. Like, he milks its like, titty. He puts that
It's
in.
udder?
Like, sure.
Because it's an udder, it's not a titty.
It's titty.
Okay. Whatever,
he milks the, like, animal that's, like, just sitting there, and then, like, puts it in, like, a bottle, closes the bottle, and then takes a swig. And, like, Daisy Ridley's just staring, like, is this worth it? Is this worth the Star Wars paycheck?
Is it worth it?
Is it worth the Disney paycheck?
Is it worth the bullying by fucking Menonists online?
Mm.
The Menonists.
God.
Every time I think of Menonists,
I haven't heard that in a long time.
well, it still exists. It's
know.
It reminds me kind of the, I guess, the word Mennonites for some reason.
That's what I was gonna say.
And it's just like, huh? Like,
One of my roommates from college, she lived near one of those, like, one of the places where, like, the Mennonites lived. And she was like, I really hate it when people, like, say it wrong. Or, like, when they say that they hate Mennonists, because it always reminds me of the Mennonites. I'm like, they're great people. And I was like, honey, that's not who they're talking about.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know. I'm like, why are you getting, like, upset?
Yeah. We're talking about people who believe that women are, like, inferior.
Yeah.
Or that, like, we need to go back to the old ways where, you know, the only things we did with our wives were either, like, fuck them, beat them, or have them make us a sandwich. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't need that in our lives at all.
No. It's also just
Ever.
hilarious to me because, like, people say, like, oh, the women's right movement has, like, moved along for so far, and blah, 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 and, like, women are, like, more powerful than men. And it's, like, literally 50 years ago, women couldn't have, like, it's not that long ago that women couldn't open their own personal bank account.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was, like, sometime in the 1970s was the first, was, like, when it was ruled that women could have their own bank account. That's why quote-unquote, like, divorces are, like, supposedly much more of a newer trend because women could not be financially independent.
I learn something literally new every day, and it is so disturbing.
Yep.
Like, I never knew that. That's concerning.
Yep.
Man, we got a lot of shit wrong with us. That's not cool. Thanks for being on the show with me today. Seriously, no, I know I'm not just saying that as like I'm trying to be facetious or whatever.
No, I know.
Like, I literally did not know that, and that sucks.
It's systematically incorrect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's goofed. It's goofed, I say. Do I have any other perks?
But now I can have my own bank account, and I don't have to have Reggie watching how much I spend on Uber Eats.
Yup.
I'll still tell him so that he can join, so that he can shame me into cooking.
I will not shame you into cooking.
I know, but I still tell you so that you will have the inkling of, like, hey, Adriana, like...
I've also offered to, like, teach you how to cook.
Hey, I can cook the things that I want to eat. It's sometimes I'm just, like, so tired from being on the train for 45 minutes that I'm just, like, I don't...
Which isn't a bad thing.
I know.
But, like, I guess I am shaming
The train
you.
is...
Sorry.
No, you're good. The train is exhausting. What was it the other day, I literally just... One of the, like, least annoying or least offensive or least concerning encounters that you have on the train in Chicago is where someone will just be, like, talking loudly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they'll just be walking back and forth in your train car and just, like, talking loudly.
Yeah.
And normally, if it annoys me that much, I'll either, like, play loud music so I don't have to listen to them, and I can just, like, watch them out of the corner of my eye in case they, like, get too close to me. Or if it's too much, I'll just, like, get off at one stop and, like, switch train cars. And I've done that before, but it was, like, it's not that bad. Like, I think it was, like, today or not today, but, like, a few days ago.
Yeah.
And I was just like, honestly, it's too cold out for me to, like, spend more time outside than I need to.
Yup.
But it was just, so, like, you go through these encounters.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're, like, exhausted.
RPG. I don't want the fucking RPG. Put that shit away. I don't want it.
Did you just punch this mannequin?
No, but I did take their arm off.
Why? What did she do to you?
I'm here. The world's falling apart. Everything's on fire.
Why? I would like to know what the setup for this is, actually. This is probably what I should have asked, like, 50 minutes ago.
There's, like, a zombie apocalypse or whatever. Most of the world has been turned into zombies. And they're all being controlled by an entity that right now is somewhere on the moon, wherever the moon is.
So, can you explain the mannequins?
This is a nuclear testing site.
Oh!
Yeah, that probably would make sense. Like, it's an old nuclear testing site, and,
okay.
I guess they're trying to, like, kind of see the effects of, like...
radiation on zombies?
Not so much zombies, I think more just, like, the kind of damage, like, it does to the mannequins. Like, to kind of simulate, like, oh, this is what it would look like if, you know, we dropped a fucking nuke in a cul-de-sac. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So.
All right.
And this is the many reasons of why we shouldn't, you know?
Wait, so what? So the zombie apocalypse was not caused by the nuke?
No.
This is so much for you to have a map. There's two different things that you have to, like, acknowledge and,
that's
like,
why,
understand.
I mean, that's why Activision has created many maps, all with different storylines and such, to kind of explain what the hell is going on. But you have to work really hard and be a really good zombies player in order to do that. So it's kind of...
okay.
So not even true fans of the game know what the hell's going on. Like, I don't know, I just shoot some shit and pray to God I live.
That's what it's like to be a Riverdale fan.
Is that...
Or even a Riverdale, like, person who watches the show. You're consuming content, you are hearing words like trash bag killer said 100%, like, straight.
Yeah.
You have no idea what the hell is going on.
Yep.
Not even in terms of, like, the mystery that they're setting up. I just have no idea what's going on. That's also, like, what it's like watching WandaVision.
Yep.
It's like, this is very pretty. I love what we have going on. Conceptually, this is great. I just watched 30 minutes and I have no idea what happened.
Fun.
I don't like that the two shows that I used to, like, make this comparison are, like, a really, really great show. And then, like, Riverdale.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Okay. Everybody, nobody panic.
Nobody panic. Are we back?
I'm in.
Yay! Hacker voice. I'm in.
Fuck. I forgot that the battery was dying, and so I was like, I got time. And then it was just... and
you knew that the battery was dying, and then you were like, let me play for an hour.
Well, because other games, like...
don't use as much battery life?
No, it's more of just, like, other games will at least give you, like, that alert and be like, hey, your battery's dying.
You're right.
And then, like, once the battery dies, it'll actually pause the game.
And this one doesn't?
This one was like, nope.
Well, but would this have come out when you didn't have wireless charger or wireless controllers?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't... Wait, so are you saying yes, it came out while there weren't?
Well, there were, sorry.
Okay, then that just makes no sense.
Yep.
Because I was thinking of, like, if you have a wired controller, then you don't run out of battery.
Correct. But yeah, no, this came out during the time of, you know, wireless controllers, so that's why I was like, oh, silly games.
I don't think I've ever played something on, like, these, like, newer Xboxes.
Mm-hmm.
Xboxes.
They are Xboxes.
Yes, they are consoles. I told you how when I was little, my dad had like the old Xbox, the one that came like before the 360.
Yeah.
And we played, and there were like a couple of games that we as a family played on them. There was like the SSX Tricky, like the really, really old one from like 2001. And I was only good at like 2 of the courses, and that was basically it. Like I couldn't like my entire family was like playing, you know, all of the other like courses and everything, and I was just like, I'll just watch. I'm no good at this.
I'll just peep it. It's fine.
I'll just watch you guys play. And then we had it was like it was Disney themed, but like you weren't but it was like a skateboarding game.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but I do know.
But I know that one of the sponsors was Nokia. Because there were like big banners and like there were like huge things for like those Nokia phones.
Back in the day when Disney didn't even need. Back in the day when Disney needed sponsors.
Well, for like
and today now they're blowing up. Like
no, because like it was. I mean, I think it might have been just because like the game wasn't attached to a property. Like it wasn't a game for one of their shows or for one of their movies or
but
for
it had
like
Disney
a release.
characters in it.
But it had Disney characters in it, but it wasn't like a story game. It was just like you skateboard and you can like customize your character and you can play on some Disney themed like maps.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's not like you're not playing as like Simba or anything. Or
I think you got the chance to play as like Woody and Genie, which is why I was like, yeah. I mean, at least to me, it seems like that would be intellectual property. But like,
I mean, no, it was because it was a Disney game, but I don't. But I think they, but I don't know. But it was really, really funny to me because I was like, and I don't know how old I was when we were playing this game, but I was still little, and my grandfather like at that time had the Nokia phone.
Oh, Jesus.
So I thought it was like the coolest thing in the world that like he had the phone that was in the game. I was like, oh! And then my grandpa like upgraded his phone, so he gave me the old phone so that I could play with it.
Hell yeah.
And obviously it didn't have a battery, it didn't turn on or anything, it was just like the brick with like the buttons.
Cool guy Gramps.
Yeah. But I would like walk around with like a little purse because I was that kid.
That's hilarious.
I was like, I don't know how tall I was. I was a very short kid with like my hair in like little pigtails with little like butterfly clips in my hair and like a pink shirt and like a little skirt because that's how I walked around with like a little like hand purse. And I'd be walking around in the mall with like my grandma and my grandpa. We'd be going to like not even Claire's. Yes. There was like
yes. All right.
There was.
Check this shit out.
Okay.
Put it in.
Oh, is this the one?
This is a pack of punch. This is what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Before I dieted. And then you get a cool gun with a sight on it, and it just makes it 10 times stronger.
Hey.
Which helped you survive.
Look at all this
longer.
murder.
Murdering and atrocities. Is it genocide if they're already dead? Thoughts?
Oh, that's funny. Is it murder? Is it genocide if they're already dead? Discuss.
Discuss.
That's the start of like a sociology class in college.
Okay. Can you believe if somebody like started that conversation in college and were just like, "Am I really paying $25,000 a year to fucking go to college and discuss whether?"
I feel like one person in the class would be like, "Is this really what we're talking about today? Is this really what we're dedicating 15 minutes to today?" And everybody else in the class would be really into it and would get into like the ethical and moral arguments.
Yeah, and then the rest of us would be like,
"What the
fuck is happening?"
And then all those people would walk out of class and would go to like lunch with their friends, and they'd be like, "So we had this really stirring conversation in my in like my class today."
It really made me think.
It really made me think. And then like everybody at lunch would be like, "Oh, what did you guys talk about?" And they'd be like, "Oh, the ethical and moral arguments about if killing zombies is genocide if they're already dead." And literally 2 people in the lunch in like the table would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They'd be that meme of like, "What the fuck are you talking about, Jesse?
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?" Like,
and then everyone else would be like, "Oh yeah, no, totally." and they'd engage with the conversation until the entire campus was talking about it.
Yup.
And the president of the university had to, like, put out a statement and be like...
Hey, let's stop talking about this, yeah?
Or something along the lines of, yes, it is genocide. No, it is genocide. This professor has been fired.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's very extreme. Like, just like they have been fired. Huh? Wow.
Like, I don't want my students engaging in this type of conversation. It'll make them think, and then they'll leave, and then they won't pay me.
Not naming any names.
Too much.
Not naming any names. We can't name any names.
But if you know us, you know who the fuck we're talking about.
Yo. Yo.
This is all a hypothetical. None of this happened.
Yeah, definitely not.
But I could see it happening.
And definitely
that's what
not real. Definitely didn't happen.
What was I talking about?
What are we talking about ever?
I was interested in what I was talking about.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind. I was talking about, like, going to the mall with my little purse with, like, a Hello Kitty lip gloss and, like, maybe, like, a strip of, like, Trident gum and then, like, that little Nokia. And I can see it so clearly in my head. It was, like, that brick. It was, like, light blue and it had, like, a strip of silver on the... Because, you know, those phones had, like, the start call, the end call button, I think, like, a pad with, like, up, down, side, and then the center button.
Oh, like the Nokia brick phones?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had one of those, actually.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they're popular. They were good phones.
I mean, yeah. And then they had, like, a little strip, and then, not a strip, but, like, a little line that kind of separated those buttons from the number buttons.
Yes.
And that strip was silver.
Mm-hmm.
And I would, like, walk around with that, and, like, if I was alone or if I was, like, playing with friends, I would pretend to, like, take phone calls. I was, like, maybe 8 years old. Or younger. Probably younger.
Oh, that's so funny. And now you're afraid to take phone calls.
I am not. I 5 years ago, I would have said, yes, I am. But now I'm a receptionist.
Jesus. Isn't it funny how we're, like, as kids, we were like, I can't wait to take phone calls. And now as adults, we're like, oh, fuck, another phone call.
Well, because everything now, because most phone calls can be a text message or an email.
It's true.
And to me, if it's something other than, like, a friendly conversation or, like, catching up with someone, if you're calling me instead of, like, sending me an email or texting me,
It's true.
why don't you want this paper trail?
Paper trail is for, like, lawyers. No, it's more like...
No, because what I mean is like, you have... So, okay, when you have a conversation, if it's on the phone or if it's in person...
Yeah.
It's always, like, your word against whoever you were having the conversation with.
Oh.
So if you have to dispute... So if in the conversation... And this happened many times. In the conversation, if you said... like, oh, like, this is what happened, or this is when this will happen, this is when I'll get this done, and then they say, and then, like, that's what's understood, and then, like, a few days later, they say something else happened, or, you know, whatever you were supposed to do was late, it's truly your recollection against theirs, versus if it was in an email, you can go back and say, per this email, and attach the email, or attach the screenshot, or whatever. This is what happened, or this is when this was going to happen by. Okay.
I mean, I guess I was just talking about, like, general conversations.
No,
with,
I
like,
know. That's
friends.
No, I know.
Like, if a boss calls me, I'm gonna fucking...
If my boss calls me, well, this happened many, many times. Where, like, my old boss and I would, like, my boss and I, we had weekly one-on-ones, like, when we were in person, and then when we moved to remote work, they were, like, phone calls. And literally, even when I was taking notes, and then I was uploading the notes to, like, a shared drive, she wouldn't look at them, or she would say, no, you wrote that wrong. And it's like, if this had been an email, or if you had written this down, or if it had been recorded, you would not have, there would
saltier.
be no misunderstanding. And even in friendly conversations that then turn not friendly,
Yeah.
like, people can say they understood. I mean, it's happened to me where, like, I have said something, the other person misconstrued it, and then we are no longer friends.
Yeah.
Which is very heartbreaking because, you know, that's not how you meant things, but you can't really explain away how someone took something.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's always really hard,
Yeah.
especially because it's like you have taken it this way. That was not my intended reason behind it.
Or even like the meaning, or even how I said it. It's just how you took it because of how you felt.
Yep. And it's unfortunate. I don't think there's anything like inherently like, oh, I'm mad at you because you took it.
I think it's also just like because our particular generation, we didn't have our like formative like childhood years, most of us anyway, having phones and having access to like social media. But as we were like turning into like, as we entered our teen years and as we started like getting more social interaction and stuff like that with our peers, we did have the advent of like having phones that had like a full keyboard and like turning iPhones. My second, well, not really. I was gonna say my second phone ever was an iPhone. That's not really true. Because I had like a series of those, like, not a flip phone, but like the phones where like if you held it one way, it just had like the number keypad, but if you could like slide it up and then it had like a full keyboard. And I had like 2 or 3 of those because I kept dropping them in the toilet. 2 I dropped in the toilet. 1 just stopped working after 2 weeks. After 2, you know, whatever. Because it was a refurbished phone because I had dropped the other one in the toilet. Because I put it in my back pocket because that was the cool thing to do. Anyway.
Go on.
The phone I had after that was an iPhone, and after that, like, my first iPhone was, I think, in, like, 2012. And after that, I've always had iPhones. So, and those phones, and iPhone, smartphones specifically, the last thing you use them for is phone calls.
Yeah, that's true.
So, we grew up with this mode of conversation that just seemed easier because a phone call, you have to take it right away.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily interrupt your day, but it's like, okay, well, you either answer this person now or you don't talk to them. You can obviously always call someone back.
Yes, exactly.
But that time may not be like a good time for them to talk. Versus if you just send a text, unless it's like urgent.
Yeah.
They can just answer wherever, whenever. So like, and they can actually answer it wherever. I'm talking for too long.
No, you're good. It's just we've reached past that hour mark, and to be quite honest, I was playing on an easier difficulty, so like we could have been going on for another 30 minutes. So it's not that I was like, she needs to be quiet. It's more just like, it's an hour. We got to wrap this up. So.
That was a lot of random topics thrown together.
It sure was, but like that's what this series is. Yay. So it's all good. So I hope everybody enjoyed this hullabaloo that we've recorded. Also, thanks Adriana for being here. I really appreciate it. And hopefully this brought a little bit of sunshine and joy to your day to just talk about like all these random topics and just make it lighter. So. If you like this content, make sure to hit that like button, maybe that subscribe button, and also whatever else you want to hit. So, I will at least catch you in the other one, and maybe you'll catch her too. We'll see. So take care, everybody, and have a wonderful week.
Bye.